Let me feel your love again. 'Cause I've been running round in circles, screaming out your name. Take me to a different place. Just the two of us and we can stay up all night. Kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my hand. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Be with you. Be with you. All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us and we could stay up all night. Kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand.
are no limits to what you can be. Because where you're headed, there are no rules. You chose this path. The velocity at which you move, the mechanics of your speed, the time invested, the characters developed, the blood, sweat, and tears. Everything hinges on your drive. WD Black. Fine-tuned for performance. Purpose-built for gaming to play without limits. Storage solutions with the capacity, speed, and reliability to win. WD Black. Drive your game.
You can qualify into the King of Nordic by visiting one of our partners. Sweden, SwedishProLeague.se. Finland, CSGOFinland.fi. Denmark, esport.dk. And Norway, gamer.no. Check out King of Nordic on all your favorite social medias. On Facebook, you can find all the information you could ever need about the show. Anything from highlight videos to results of the matches and announcements about the season as well as qualifiers. And of course, the occasional viewer contest. Twitter is where you can make yourself heard. Vote in the poll for the MVP of each week. Send any questions to @KingofNordic or in a private message. And don't forget to tag your tweets with #KingofNordic. I will make sure to use them in the show. YouTube is the place if you ever miss any of the shows. Here you can find all our past broadcasts, as well as other fun, interesting clips from the show. On Instagram is where we get a little bit more personal. Here you can find behind the scenes pictures. And of course, you can also use #KingofNordic here as well if you want to share anything in the show. And don't forget to follow us right here on twitch.tv/KingofNordic.
Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. Only one country to take it all. To show the others who is truly the King of Nordic.
All right, guys, welcome back once again to King of Nordic, where we are getting ready once again for a first time for, I think, 3 seasons now, a bracket reset.
First time for... wait, what?
Yeah, first time for 3 seasons, I do believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think for 3 seasons we haven't really had a full bracket reset, which is actually pretty interesting because that means that we do not have anybody on the throne, and we're going to be having, well, the bracket looks a little bit different, so to speak.
How do you mean?
Well, I do mean like this. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick, just to tell you guys what we're talking about when it comes down to the bracket reset. It looks like this instead.
Ooh.
Now we have Sweden versus Finland, who's going to be starting off the night, and Denmark versus Norway in the other game. But, you know, we kind of need a finalist, right? We need someone to be on the throne. So we are going to be having a final as well between the 2 teams that are winning each semi.
Yeah, so we have Finnkampen and Laxkampen.
Basically.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing
basically.
to see.
So anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for a new show today. We are going to be walking through the teams. We're going to be walking through the qualifiers and everything. But before we are going to do that, we're going to be taking a look back to see when Sweden won and got to be crowned the title King of Nordic champion. So let's take a look at last week's highlight. About to go short. be able to get anything done here. He's going to be taking the peek at least. Does manage to get it first. Going to get a second as well. He's got a challenge at least, but he's not going to be able to secure the frag unless, yes, indeed, celebrations the Fester, both of them together. Malicious going to be getting ready. There's going to be a great grenade. Malicious going to be able to get the first one. Meanwhile, dude's falling back towards the slant. There's no point of them going aggressive at this point. Smokes into one side. So it's going to be Malicious being able to find a second. It's going to be a Molotov being thrown in. Malicious has not stopped yet. He's going to be picking up 4 kills into this round, all by himself almost. Mid, he should be able to get a lot of information because there's no CTs there. Setki is coming up from behind. We'll be able to get 1, 2, and 3. Going to pick up the 4th as well. He did see him. Only has 5 bullets in his weapon, and he's going to be able to do it.
Jimbo finds the first one, finds the second one, and finds the third one, closing up the game.
Anyway, Nixu, did have a lot of time to get Matteo down. Only playing with pistol, but he can pick up an AK now. And he's going to be able to get a frag. No, he doesn't. Nixu's actually going to be able to find a frag on the slide. But Jimbo finds that he has before that, and Nipa's there to help out in Jimbo. And again, it's going to be a lot of trades going back and forth. It's all that would be for what can he do in this situation. In the smoke. It looks like he's going to be heading back, but that's not going to be the kill. Oh my god, that's close, and he's, oh my god! Here we go, that's the executor. It's going to be Smoking sending it long distance. He's going to be able to get one. Decides to save his 20 bullets to be able to challenge more, and that is going to be a beautiful defense coming in. Once again, Big Deep Gaming. It's against pistols, but it doesn't really matter. It's a very important round for him to pick up. That's going to work out, and he's going to be able to get it first. Jimbo coming around the corner, might be able to get one as well. Yes, indeed. It's going to be heat going down. The bomb is going to get planted, but that doesn't really matter. Jimbo is just going crazy right now with that USB. He's not going to want to take a look at this. There's actually 2 Swedish players are off down towards City Spawn. It's going to be Ponkus. It's going to be Spooky being able to find the entry. Sly on sight, and that's going to be a great execute coming from Sweden. Smoking up the side, Molotoving, but jumping down City Spawn with 2 players to be able to take over the A side. That's going to be 13 rounds for Kiriv Game.
See that Matteo gets actually behind them, gets 1 kill. Can he get another one? Nope. It's a stop.
Yep, stop. Sly, the only player remaining is MV now, and he's going to be going down. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have Sweden being the champions, and they've also made sure to get the championship title. That is GG well played. Sweden looking very, very good. Indeed. So Big Deep Gaming now is King of Nordic champions, and we've been talking about it last week. It's actually well deserved.
Yeah, they have been playing very good and very aggressive, and a nice like play style that you want to watch. That's like content for you when you're watching it, because you never know what they're gonna do for setup.
And the funny thing is that I actually witnessed their games in another league, in a Swedish league, and I gotta be honest, they weren't looking as good at that time, but as I've been saying all throughout these 4 weeks, they're able to read their opponents really well, and they did that in that game as well, and just won it. So
Yeah.
Big Deep Gaming is just
They
nuts.
There could be something that's coming up, and you know, they became Big Deep Gaming when they were playing here in King Nordic.
Second week.
So if they become world famous, you know where to get us.
Exactly. But that also means that we've been talking about we are going to be having a bracket reset, which means that we need 4 new teams. This is, as I was saying, it's a long time since then. But Sweden is going to be standing up with Prima Esports. And, well, if you take a look at the bracket here, the boys were looking very good when it comes to the semifinals, winning by 16-0. And Prima Esports facing off against Strade Banan. Prima Esports is one of those teams which in the Swedish league that I was talking about, kind of like Teleligan, but this is Elitserien. They have been, I think, one of the winners earlier. They've been very, very, like, top 3 teams in the Elitserien. But now they're in Prima Esports, and they won completely the full qualifiers.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to be interesting seeing them, because I actually know people from that organization.
And a lot of them has actually been playing King of Nordic as well.
Oh,
which is fun to see. But let's move on. We are going to be having the next country, which is Finland. And Finland, they are standing up together. You know, last week we had Finland standing up with during the qualifiers they were called Conquer Gaming.
Yeah.
But they switched players. They had 2 stand-ins, and they switched name to OG.
Yeah.
Well, let me welcome the full lineup of Conquer Gaming, the full extended lineup.
So you mean we're gonna have
We are
freaking
going to
good
have
Finnish
Finnkampen.
team? Real Finnkampen. That's gonna be interesting seeing.
It's 2 organizations facing off against each other in the first game of tonight.
I'm hyped to see that.
Yep.
And as we can see it right now, one of these teams could be the one that's winning tonight.
That's for sure. At least one of these two teams are going to the final, at least.
That's true.
Moving on, though, we do have the next one. Is it going to be Norway or Denmark? Denmark. We have HS Polager versus Viva La Hafla. And that was HS Polager it's a team with Fesser. I don't think I have to say anything else. But they went off to face off against Opa, who has been participating in every single qualifier there is throughout this season, and they have been managing to get both high and low, and now in the final, facing off against Horsbalager, goes into overtime. But I gotta be honest, it was one hell of a comeback for Horsbalager, because it actually, I think they were under like 15-11 or something, and then just pushed it into overtime and won the whole thing. So lastly, we do have again Horsbalager. No, Norway.
What?
This is weird.
We have one Norway team that's not called the HS Belager that won over Oppa. No, not Oppa. They did win over the other Danish team or Norwegian team. So we have one Norwegian team that is the winner, and they will be playing against Denmark, and they're really good.
We actually have, for the real Norwegian one, we can go over through us instead, because I do have it here, but I can't really. Maybe I actually can. Hold on. Go single camera, and I can show you.
Oh, we are doing.
Does this work? Oh my god, it actually works.
Is this analog or digital? Like that you're showing it now?
I have no idea. Anyway, we do have Daisuke and Hobbylog obviously facing up against each other. Hobbylog, I was a little bit irritated with them in the qualifiers, because they don't know how to actually have real nicknames in qualifiers. So they were like faking a Hobbylog, which is apparently a football team that they're, I don't know. Okay, anyway, and then Gneko Pekko versus MVP. We did have MVP. We have actually had them here at King of Nordic as well, most valuable players. But they also won Hobbylog 16-8 in the final as well. So
that one upstairs. This one won, yes.
Yes, exactly this one. No, so it's actually very fun to see. We do have really good teams, but I gotta be honest, I'm more hyped about the Finnkampen.
Yeah,
perhaps because it's Sweden as well. But
I was watching the qualifiers, all of them, so I know all the teams. So yes, I'm as well very excited to see Finnkampen there, Sweden versus Finland, and yes, it's gonna be great. Because I know people from Prima. Hello, boys. So it's gonna be interesting in seeing how it's gonna work.
Yep. To be fully honest, I have no idea what to say about that. But one thing I do can tell you guys is that oh, there we go, finally. Daisuke Hobbylog, as you've seen, Hobbylog is the one who is going to be representing Norway as well in this week. But they faced up against MVP, and 16-8 in that scoreline is pretty impressive. Most valuable players. Never mind. But what we do have as well is the today's matches. We saw that as for those of you who might be joining now, we do have a bracket reset going on. So we do have Finland versus Sweden in the first game, Denmark versus Norway in the other game, and then we have the final to see who is going to be sticking on the throne.
Yeah, I need to do some math in my head. It's same amount of matches, even though we have a different bracket.
Yes, and there is no third spot game either, because they're both gonna have going in the first game after. For next week. There's no third spot facing up, because it's the Throne Keepers semifinal and the two teams starting off the night. So there's no third game. The final is the third game, yes, but there's no third spot place, third and fourth.
No, there is.
No.
They have to share it.
Yeah, well, they don't have to play it. But what we do have for you guys is a giveaway. It's from our eminent partner WD Black, where you can win a 1 terabyte WD Black SN750 NVMe SSD with heatsink. Now, this thing, I gotta tell you, it's pretty.
It looks very good.
It looks mean.
No, I think it looks slick. Like it looks really. I think it looks very well in my computer. So. I can take 3.
Let me take.
I have spot for 2, but I can take 3.
If you're buying this one, it's available for capacities ranging from 500 gigabyte to 2 terabyte. Sleek heatsink design to customize and identify what the frick, your gaming rig while helping to maintain peak performance. So this is definitely something that you should head on to do, and you can do that on our Facebook page. You can actually type !contest in the chat right now in order to get the full the link instantly. But what you need to do is follow King of Nordic on Facebook. Make sure to comment on comment with hashtag King of Nordic and hashtag WDBlack and tell us what you would like to see in King of Nordic. You can also tag your friends who could use a 1 terabyte WD Black SN750 NVMe SSD with heatsink. What would you like to see in King of Nordic?
What I would like to see in King Nord, some freaking good CSGO plays. Or what do you mean?
No, that's...
Because we're always getting
That was everything I wanted to know.
What more did you want to know?
No, what would you like to see in King of Nordic?
What
Would you like to see perhaps a King of Nordic Pro Edition?
Yeah, I would like to see... Yeah! I would like to see my boy Deve playing in the... here.
Yeah, well, if it's your boy Deve, you can make it happen, right? Oh, challenge. Is it accepted?
We might. I have to pull some strings.
It's not my job, but yes, do it. What we can talk about, though, is the honor bet. So let's bring up the leaderboard. Meanwhile, you can tell us how to make an honor bet and how it works.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to make a honor bet for tonight's game and come up on this leaderboard, as you can see, my name, Mouse is Silly, Creative on top here. You can actually do !bet.
At first, yes, to see if you made a bet.
Yeah. And then you can do...
All right, anyway, in the chat, !bet in the chat. If the bot tells you haven't made a bet, you can type the bet, hashtag, !bet, the country you believe is going to win, and
yeah, but that's why you're throwing off. I was like, is this the one that's only like MVP, like the one without the exclamation mark? So you did throw me off with your looks. Your deep eyes.
But the one thing that is actually very important
what?
For the viewers,
yeah,
one thing that is very important, perhaps you don't want to participate in the leaderboard here on HonorBet. You don't want to do that. But they can actually interact and make sure to see what map we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, and you can vote that in the chat right now. And you can see above me the map that you can pick. It is Vertigo, Train, and Overpass. And rewrite pick. And we will soon, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do something as well. That you won't like. You will have to go to the bathroom, pee, get some water, maybe get some snacks. I know you all you OG people out there, go grab a beer. I know that you're taking a beer tonight. Because we need to actually restart a stream and add a delay.
As for all of you who know, we are actually during the qualifiers. I have no delay when streaming because I'm sitting on GoTV. So when we have these Friday shows, we do have actually 2 minutes delay. That's why we prefer Twitter for you guys to communicate with us using hashtag King of Nordic. So we are going to be forced to restart the stream, but I don't think it's going to happen too much for those people, right? It's going to be 2 minutes afterwards, and they can